Honestly, you know, having weird expressions is part of the how things go on. So, welcome in everyone. I'm Vtuber Inanakumu, and today I have a guest with me. His name is Darryl Maniego, and in the PPG tournament yesterday, he got 5th place with his purple deck.
All right. I played purple and I wasn't expecting to do that well. I was expecting to do okay, but I wasn't expecting the top. It was my first ever top of an event this size. I think I play purple a little differently than most people do, so we can just get to the profile. Yeah. So the eggs are pretty standard. It's 4 Pagumon and 1 Yamon, right?
With what we have as set 1, you only have those options. So
yeah. I have seen people in the tournament running 4 eggs in their deck, which is understandable if you're expecting your games to not last that long. But I guarantee if you play 4 eggs and you play against purple, you're going to be behind in the long game, because purple games tend if they have to, they will drag out, right?
Absolutely. Okay,
so
moving on.
Let's see.
Shout out to myself for making the really cool Beelzemon counter real quick.
Yeah.
Gave you great luck in the tournament, yeah?
Definitely. Okay, for the rookies, we play our boys.
Yep, if you're running Beelzemon, you gotta have 4 imps.
Right.
And Bakumon or Tapirmon.
So I play 17 rookies. Yeah. I feel like I don't really have to explain Impmon or Tapirmon or Gabumon, right? Those are just the pretty standard rookies. I see people go up and down in numbers on Devimon a lot, the 2 cost, and I just max them out because this deck needs the rookies to go off, right? Mm-hmm. If you don't draw a rookie, then it's really hard to win. There was I think my round 3 I was playing against Red Omni, and in game 1 I didn't draw a rookie for 3 turns, but I still ended up taking the game. I don't know how, but I just ended up grinding out the win. But
yeah.
I think playing 4 Demi Devimon is the right choice here, because purple kind of suffers whenever you're doing the whenever you and the opponent are playing the memory choke game, right? And this helps you fight back a lot with just it being a 2 cost, right? The Sukaimon is a tech. It's that's why there's only 1 copy. If you're playing tech cards in purple that you want to see, that you absolutely want to see during a game, you shouldn't play 1 copy. You should play 2 if you want to see that, because purple does so much milling. This is a card that I don't feel too bad about not seeing it, but seeing it is it's fine. You know.
If you needed a 17th card, it was the best option. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Definitely. But this is a flex spot, basically. 17 rookies just kind of helps you guarantee that you're gonna hit your early game.
Your egg free draw and get rolling.
Yeah, definitely. So for the 4s, I only run the 4 Vilemon and the 4 Devimon, right?
Okay, that's surprising.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like to play
17 to 8. Really?
Yeah. I know a lot of people like to play Wizardmon, right? Or
things that are targets for Piedmon.
Yeah, for Piedmon, right? I've seen some people play Devidramon, which is okay. I don't know, I wouldn't run it. If you had to run something else other than these 8, I would just run Wizardmon. But then again, how do I say this? So this purple deck, right, it's not looking to build up a stack, you know what I mean? It's not looking to go from, 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6, you know? This deck is not meant to do that.
Because of Chimeramon. Okay, okay.
Yeah, because of
Spoiler alert, Chimeramon. Right?
Okay. But yeah, this, Devimon is this card is this card's insane.
It's the ultimate threat remover and threat in itself, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's just just even the threat of having it in your hand, having it in your hand is enough to make your opponent question all their plays. You know what I mean? Because if you have what happens is if you have an egg out, right, and you have a 3 on it, and then you leave it there for the next turn, right, your opponent always has to wonder if you're just gonna bring it out, play a Devimon on top of it, and then attack into one of their big threats. You know what I mean?
Just take it out for free.
Yeah, definitely. If you're playing against purple, man, always ask how many Devimon are in their trash. so you know what you're going up against. Yeah. But I feel like I don't have to explain these too much. You know what I mean?
Let's go ahead and move on. Fives.
So for the fives, it's gonna be 4 Chimeramon and actually 1 Myotismon. A lot of people will like play the 4 Chimeramon and like maybe like 2 of the Myotismon, right? Originally I was running no Myotismon and I was running 2 Sukaimon, but the Sukaimon, like I said, are flex spots, right? So like I know I said this deck doesn't really look to build up a stack, right? But the 1 Myotismon is there just in case like you have to, right? Like it's just there, right? Like it's it's there just in case like, you know, you're sitting on a Devimon or something, right? They have nothing going on, right? So you can like evolve the Myotismon over it. I don't really care about seeing this card. Like I don't ever feel like I have to see it, but it is nice in the situations where I get to use it. Chimeramon is like one of the best cards in the game right now, honestly.
So
like
recap, Chimeramon only has a on-play ability, meaning that if you Digivolve into Chimeramon, this won't happen, but if you hardcast for 7, correct?
Yeah.
You are able to pop one of your own boys for one of your opponent's big boys, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. And like, I mean, obviously there's like a lot of value targets to pop, like Impmon, Tapirmon are the big ones, you know what I mean? But
and
like
Chimeramon being a 5 makes him a perfect target to devolve into some of your 6s that are going to show up the next turn. And people, once say Chimeramon comes down, they don't really see him as a threat, right? Like,
yeah, definitely.
He already did his big pop, right?
Yeah.
And with Impmon as well, I feel like it's just a really smart tech.
Yeah.
Or it's the general purple, I guess. It's not a tech anymore if everyone's doing it.
Right. Like, I mean, there have been games where, like, you know, I build up a Devimon, right, with, like, a Goblimon underneath it, right, and then my opponent doesn't, like, super hard commit or, like, refuse to attack with, like, their 5 or lower, right? So the next turn, I just play Chimeramon, pop the Devimon, and then, you know, activate the Goblimon effect. Like, most of the time, if I have, like, a Goblimon underneath the Devimon, I don't feel bad blowing it up with the Chimeramon to destroy something. So, let's see. So the 6 is, it's gonna be 3 Beelzemon. Are you good there?
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's gonna be 3 Beelzemon, 1 Piedmon, or 2 Piedmon, sorry. 1 Metal Garurumon, and actually 2 Volcanic Drummon, and I'm just gonna put the 2 Millenniumon down too. So
spicy.
I was running 4. I was running 4 Beelzemon, but I felt like that bricked a lot, right? You would just sit on a lot of Beelzemon in your hand, and sometimes you still do, right? But I think 3 is a very necessary number, at least. Like, I think at minimum you should run 2, right? But this card is just too much value. It pops blockers, right? It basically takes care of rookies and blockers. I ended up playing 1 Metal Garurumon over, like, the 1 Beelzemon, right? So, like, I went from, like, 4 Beelzemon to 3 Beelzemon and 1 Metal Garurumon because, like, Metal Garurumon's only in the deck because, like, sometimes you're sitting on, like, a Chimeramon, right? And you don't want to evolve in a Piedmon, and you don't want to evolve in a Beelzemon unless you have something to pop, right? Unless you're, like, going to go for Millenniumon pay. So, like, Metal Garurumon is just, it's the one, like, what are level 6s called? Well, okay. What's the term for that? I know people, like, say ultimate. Is this an ultimate?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the one ultimate that, like, you're okay just evolving into, right? For no reason, right? Like, it's just, like, if you want to get the draw or, like, set up Millenniumon for next turn, you can do this,
Mega,
right?
Though.
Yeah. Oh, this is Mega?
Champion is 4, Ultimate is 5, Megas.
I just asked you if this was an ultimate.
Sorry, my brain was... It's Ultimate in Japanese, so my brain went to... Because they're swapped in Japanese, yeah.
Okay, well, this a Mega, right? This is a Mega. Okay, so the Megas...
It looks like an Omega.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But Metal Garurumon's it's like I said, like the 1-ups in this deck are tech cards, right? I don't really care about seeing them, right? But if I do see them, they're nice, right? This card's too much value. Like, people freak out when they see this card, generally, right? Like, I play it, right? And then I attack with a rookie, right? And then they block it. And then I just swing over the blocker with the Metal Garurumon and summon the same rookie. In the PPG, I played it against someone that, he would play a blocker, I would swing at a rookie, he'd block it, and I would attack it. Then literally the next turn, he did the same thing, and I just attacked over his blocker again. But yeah, like, Volcanic Drummon is a very good card. This is also a tech spot, right? If you don't play against Rookie Rush, like, Like, if you're not expecting Rookie Rush, I don't think I'd play this, right?
Yeah.
But if you are expecting purple, I would play it.
When you competed in the Digimon tournament, if I remember right, you had to fight Rookie Rush twice in a row, and those were your losses, correct?
In the Bandai tournament, in the Bandai tournament, I played against Rookie Rush round 1, and I lost, right? And I drew Volcanic Dramon both games. He was just like, he was also playing a lot of top end. Like, the Rookie Rush player was playing Volcanic Dramon, and he was playing, I mean, obviously he was playing Puppetmon, but he was playing Volcanic Dramon. It was weird. I wasn't really expecting that.
Yeah. So that was a reflection of that, wanting not to lose the same deck, I assume, is putting it up to 2 Volcanics?
No, I was playing 2. I was playing two in the tournament over there. It's just, I guess the guy was just playing around it better. I mean, good Rookie Rush players will know how to play around this card, right?
Absolutely.
But, like, sometimes, like, if the Rookie Rush player can't do anything, then, like, they're gonna lose to this card, right? I did play against Rookie Rush in the Bandai tournament, or sorry, in the PPG yesterday, and this card came in clutch, like, all 3 games. I lost game 2, but games 1 and 3, like, this card did a lot of work.
Nice.
But yeah, like, this can be something else, right? Like, if you're not expecting purple or Rookie Rush, you could play like 2 Metal Garurumon and like 3 Piedmon, something like that. But yeah, like, I don't feel like I have to explain Piedmon. Piedmon's really good.
Yeah, we can go ahead and move on to your spell choices, okay. I believe, because the Millenniumon is like very standard as a 2 of, as I think it's going to be your only 7.
I do want to say that, like, if you're playing and your only out is to, like, go Millenniumon, like, there have been times where I have evolved Piedmon over Chimeramon or the Myotismon, right? Just to act as a Millenniumon play. So, like, that's something you shouldn't be scared of doing in this deck.
Even if you can't get his own play, absolutely.
Yeah. Also, like, if you're playing this card, right, like, don't be tempted to swing with it if you have to do a Millenniumon play, because, like, in the tournament, I played Metal Garurumon, and I swung summoning something, thinking I would be able to go Millenniumon over it, but then I died to security. So, like, be careful with this card.
Safer, yep.
Yeah. Let's see. All right.
So the amount of tamers tamers and options the purple has to run is pretty high, but because you're not running Lilithmon, I think it'll be a little bit different than what because most people are running the 1/2 of Lilithmon right now. I mean, the Matt's here, right? Like, she's a queen, just
right.
You're trying, you were testing without her for now.
My baby. No, yeah, I am playing. Lilithmon doesn't have the cards right now to, like, make her good.
When did we get that Mimi though?
Yeah, when we see a Mimi and Lady Devimon, because Lady Devimon accelerates the graveyard so fast. All right, so for options, it's 3 Night Raid. I know some people will say you have to play 4, and I kind of agree. But 3 Night Raid, I don't know. I just don't feel like I have the space for it. I could remove, like, Tsukaimon for another one, but I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. I play 2 Heat Viper. A lot of people only play 1. I think 2 is the right choice. People never expect the second one. just letting you know. Like, I won around because I played 1 Heat Viper, like, first turn against, like, a red deck, and then the next turn he set up 2 level 4s again, and I just Heat Vipered him again. He was like, "You played 2 Heat Vipers?" I'm like, this card is too good.
Bamboozled him.
No, obviously, 2 Matt. I mean, I don't feel like I have to explain this card too much. It's pretty self-standard, but, like, these, the options, I feel like you could, like, I play 8, the max you play is, like, 9, I think, in this deck, right? Heat Viper, you can go up and down in any numbers with these cards. Like you could go like 4 Night Raid and then 1 Heat Viper, 3 Trump Sword. Or you could go like 3-1-4, right?
But this has been working pretty well for you. So I mean,
yeah. There's like, okay, so, like, playing 4 Night Raid basically means you see it every game, right? Like, you'll see it pretty often. But playing 3 means that, like, you'll see it, like, sometimes. Like, the 4th copy matters a lot if you want to see this card. Like, if you absolutely want to see this card, you should play 4. But, like, never playing this deck have I been like, I need to see Night Raid next turn. You know what I mean? Like, I've never been like that. So
that's fair.
Yeah, but
the ability to grab back anything with Matt is it's just a huge point of, like, even if you don't have Lilithmon, you still have the Matt salvage. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah, like, I don't know. I think this deck is, like, super good. I played against Red Omni, Blue Omni, and Rookie Rush.
Yeah, I'll put up a picture of your match results on the screen at this point in time. Yeah. Yeah,
actually, the only deck I lost to was another purple deck, which I was totally fine with.
And in the final match, since I was watching the stream, it was disappointing because the only 2 security that came out for Darryl were 2 Heat Vipers. And of course, if a Trump Sword or a Night Ride had come up at either of those times instead, I think you would have been able to win.
I think so. It was a really close match. Like I said, if 1 or 2 things had been different, I could have seen the game going in my favor. But you know,
he got exactly what he needed at the right time. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, but like there were multiple times in the tournament where I got exactly what I needed. Because like I played 3 I played 3 Trump Sword, and there was a game where I needed all 3 Trump Swords to win, and I drew all of them. So like, yeah.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
I mean, it's just how the deck works, you know.
Okay, so we're at 15 minutes in. So, are there any other closing thoughts you have for?
All I gotta say is purple best deck, baby. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it.
Any shout outs?
Well, shout outs to Glasses Brigade, right? And Move for making these sick counters, you know what I mean? Right. The Gomamon token is adorable. Do you see this? It's adorable. It's like Gomamon's my favorite Pokemon. I wish blue was like interesting, but purple's like the only interesting deck.
If we had a purple Joe though, right?
Yeah, if we had a purple Joe or a purple Gomamon. I wish it was a purple Gomamon, but yeah. Oh yeah, shout out to Manila Palm for the mat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the cloth one, right?
Yeah, this is the cloth one. Yeah, the 2-player one.
Just rub his fuzzy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Thank you so much, Darryl.
No problem.
Goodbye.